In today's video, we're going to talk about mining ERGo in 2022. What is going on, miners, and welcome back to the Hobbyist Miner channel. Well, in today's video, we're going to talk about ERGo, more specifically, mining ERGo, my GPU mining rig, my overclock settings, current profitability, and then talk about why I mine ERGo and some of the challenges I've run into more recently. So let's go ahead and take a look at my ERGo mining rig. So I have one ERGo mining rig right now. I have 8 Radeon RX 570s that sit inside of a Octominer X8 Ultra Plus. And the X8 Ultra Plus has been phenomenal for these RX 570s, which runs super warm. The Octominers have 240 CFM server style fans in the front, and they just blow air over these things so well and do such a great job of cooling these. Traditionally, ERGo is an algorithm that isn't very heat intensive, but I have a handful of 570s that are absolute garbage when it comes down to cooling, so the Octominer helps to do the job there. So we have 8 RX 570s, several year-old cards that are all 4 GB, and I went with these because I already had a few of these from when I was mining Ravencoin last year, and I mined Ethereum Classic after that. So I think I had about 4, and I decided, you know what, I want to build a full rig. This was maybe 6 months ago. So even then, buying 570s was crazy 6 months ago. But my goal was I want to get a full ERGo rig. That's something I love to do, is diversify my portfolio. So I went out and I bought 3 additional 570s. The additional 570s I bought was the Power Color, and then 2 additional of the XFX 570s. This rig right now is a handful of XFX cards, MSI, the Power Color, and my unicorn in the group is the Sapphire Nitro RX 570 at 69 mega hash. Love that card. Wish I would have gotten 8 of those total. Instead, we settled for the XFX and the MSI. It does the job. It works out well. So let's talk about these. So I have some decent overclock settings in here. Some of these are a little more aggressive than others. You guys can see that 𝐓𝐿 on the ERGo algorithm just rocks it. I mean, 69 mega hash on GPU number 1, as well as GPU number 7. So, I mean, man, almost 70 mega hash on just those 2. And it's a pretty decent difference between 𝐓𝐿 and some of the other memory. The Hynix memory that is in here that you guys can see is for the remainder of the cards, and it's significantly less, almost 10 mega hash difference, which goes a long way. That being said, our overclock settings are significantly different as well. I can't get away with memory at 1950 on my Hynix 570s, but I can absolutely do that on the 𝐓𝐿. So overclock settings are something you really need to keep in mind when you're looking at ERGo, especially at the memory level. Man, it is different, as this is a great example to show you guys. So where I found these is there's actually this massive community overclock settings spreadsheet out there. This is not something that I developed. This is something that like you can enter through a Google form and then you can populate it with. And I'm thinking about doing something like this with the Flux overclock settings sheet that I have, is allow people to enter the data via a Google form to be vetted versus just it pre-populating. But this is a massive document. I mean, let's go to the very top of this document here. And you can see it actually has so much great information. Efficiency is in here. AMD or NVIDIA. The GPU series, the manufacturer, the model, the memory types. You know, all the way through. And then it gets into the overclock settings. And you can see here, we start at 1060s. And then this goes down. How many entries are in here? Wow. There are 971 different overclock settings in this spreadsheet. That is insane. I'm going to put a link down below. But if you come in here, let's see if we can find our RX 570s. Lost it. All right, here. So I found the 570s in here. And there's Windows, Hive OS, a few other of the operating systems that are in here. And one of the things that it does is it does list some of these have memory listed, but not all of them. But you can see that there's quite a few different miners that are used. Nano miners in here. You have Team Red miners in here. SRB miners in here. So a few different ones in here. So there's some of these in here where you can really achieve some high hash rate settings for the RX 570. So I'll put a link down below to this spreadsheet if you guys are interested in checking it out. And also testing out some of your cards on it. Because I mean, out of 900 and some entries, I think you guys can find something that'll work for your cards. So let's talk about profitability, because it's absolutely abysmal right now. It is May 9th. The crypto market is tanking right now. The stock market is tanking. The housing market is tanking. The interest rates are going up like crazy. So now is not the best time to talk about profitability, but it's good to be transparent. And we'll also talk about yield, because yield is so much more important than what we make per day if you're mining ERGO right now. So let's look at the profitability, and then I'll tell you why I mine ERGO and why it makes sense for me right now. So current profitability, if we go over to HiveOS, the nice thing is I'm running it in Octominer case. So Octominers pool, they pool the power consumption differently than traditionally HiveOS does. So at the very bottom here, the consumption number is actually accurate, which is so cool. And if you hover over top of it, this is an Octominer thing. You hover over top of it, you can see each one, how much watts I'm using. This actually has 4 server power supplies in it. I think it's 750 watt power supplies. So you can see I'm using, it says 200, 271, 239, 250, 256. It actually balances that out. So I'm using 1017 watts right now in this rig. And I'm getting 507 mega hash. So if I go over to what to mine, 507 mega hash, we'll update this to 1017. My cost for electricity is 0.05. If you guys are scratching your head how I get that, I'll put a link down below to a video that I go through how I get such good electric rates, especially as a miner. And let's hit calculate. So we are making a grand total, this whole rig, a whopping $3.88 in revenue per day. Oh, this used to be so much higher. This is insane. And our cost, though, just for electricity alone, is $1.22. So we walk away with $2.66. Now, there's a reason that doesn't really matter to me. What I'm more concerned about, and where my head goes, is my yield per day, and how much ERGO can I make per day is kind of where my head's at. So over here, 1.474231. I am more concerned about how much ERGO I can make per day, per week, and per month in the current situation, because I'm not mining ERGO for the profitability today. I'm mining ERGO for the profitability in a few months, or 12 months from now, or whenever Ethereum goes to proof of stake and mining is the wild, wild west. And those that are sitting on a decent wallet of ERGO really matters. That's what I'm mining for now. So I'm mining, you could call this speculative mining, I guess. But I mean, we're still making $2.66 a day. So I guess it's still speculative mining. But that's why I do it. That's why I mine ERGO. Because I believe that when Ethereum goes to proof of stake, that the first few weeks, that people are going to be swapping algorithms and what they're mining all over the place, back and forth, back and forth. I mean, ERGO, it's not heat intensive. It does good on your Ethereum based cards. Now that LHR isn't really a factor, that's a huge underlining item as well. It's man, ERGO could have some legs down the road. Now, let's look at ERGO currently. So ERGO right now, $2.64. I swear, every time I check ERGO, it's tanking farther and farther. And you might be like, Hobbyist, you're nuts. Well, pause the brakes. If you're mining today to cash out tomorrow or cash out this week, you and I are on totally different mining journeys. One is not better than the other. So, with that in mind, looking at ERGO, let's look at the max for ERGO. So when you're looking at ERGO, if you go back into August, September of 2021, ERGO was $18.72. $18.72. That's insane. So if I go back to what to mine, I'd be over $20 a day at that point in time if we were back to that. But as kind of the speculative investment that I'm making, you have to look at the all-time high. You have to hope for that. You know, mining is a gamble. If you think mining's rocket science, it's not. You're gambling. Everything you do is gambling. Anybody who's super into stocks, super into investment, it's a gamble at the end of the day. Is it black or is it red? It's not that simple. So when we look at that, our all-time high was at 18 and change. Now we're down to $2.64. So, whew, it makes it rough. It really makes it rough. So if we jump over to my wallet over here on Nanopool, that's currently where we are right now. We have a balance of 1.294 ERGO, and we can go ahead and look at our payments. And you can see we're making about 5 ERGO every few days here. It looks like every 4 days. Every few days, there's a few gaps in here based off of downtime, but I'd say about every 4 days, we're making about 5 ERGO. Now, right now, that's not a huge deal. You're like, oh, not a big deal. You know, you're making a few bucks here and there. You know, it's $2.64 that we're making per day. But that's also 1.4 ERGO, right? So if you think about that, you know, and we did the all-time high, and we times that by, you know, let's just take our 5. Let's say 5 ERGO times our 1814. We're making $100. If you $90, $100 every few days, every 4 or 5 days, if we hit that all-time high again. Total speculation, guys. Total speculation. But these cards are so easy to come by. You know, 570s right now in the current market, they're so easy to come by. Do I advise mining ERGO? Well, if you're in a financial situation where you can go ahead and buy some graphics cards and not worry about, you know, making a profit off of it, go for it. But if you're cashing out weekly, monthly, you know, every few months because you financially need it, it's probably not for you. Let's be honest. Now, challenges with mining ERGO. My biggest issue mining ERGO is and I'm going to butcher this, 𝐿𝐴 ROI or YOROI wallet. This thing is garbage now. This is one of the only wallets when ERGO came out originally, I feel like. Well, at least that was easily accessible to us miners. And unfortunately, this is a web browser extension wallet, which I think is the worst type of wallet out there, to be honest with you. And what has happened over the last few months is that Google Chrome has come out. This was originally out for Google Chrome, has come out with an update, and that update breaks this wallet. And I just really have struggled to get this back up and working within Chrome. It just doesn't work well. If you load up a browser and you click on it, it just kind of sits here. That's it. It's broken. Now, everything's not lost. You still have your seed phrase and you can load it up. They actually have, if you go on their website, you can select Chrome, Edge, Firefox, Android. So I did do Edge and added it into Edge. And here's my wallet here. I'm not making any big bucks off of it. You know, I have like 182 ERGO right now. I'm going to continue to grow that. So it works in Edge, but takes forever to load. So what I am going to do is actually, if you go, look at that, just crashed. Wow, the timing is amazing. So if you guys go back over to ERGO's website, which they entirely redid this since they launched, so kudos to their community. So if you go to the website, you hit Get ERGO, and you scroll down, you can see, look at all the different wallets they have now. There's all different options out there. You can see that your YOROI, I don't know, wallet isn't even listed on their site. It originally used to be. It's not even on their site anymore. So there's a few different wallets out there. The one that I would recommend that I'm going to be moving and transferring everything to after this video is the ERGO mobile wallet. It's made by the ERGO team, so a little more confidence in it, and it does the trick. It's literally just an ERGO. It's just a normal wallet. You just go on any store, you know, app store that you want. You download it, just look for ERGo Mobile. And then once you get into it, you can go ahead and create a new wallet, record your seed phrase, and then if you can get the old wallet up and running, you could just send it from one wallet to the next and then just be done with this extension wallet that works within Google Chrome. That's really the way to go, and I'd highly recommend it. That's what I'll be doing over the next week. Well, guys, this video has run significantly longer than I expected. Thank you for listening. If you lasted this long to my tangent on ERGo and just kind of discussing it, it's really fun to just do talking head videos. I enjoy listening to them, so hopefully you guys did. Leave some feedback down below. If you guys got this far in the video, do you like this type of format of a video of just talking, chatting, kind of running through things? If you do, I'll do more of these because this was a lot of fun to do. Also, if you are mining ERGo currently right now in May of 2022, comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. What are you mining? What's your experience been? What GPUs are you on? What's your rig look like? I'd love to hear about that. And are you in the same situation I am, thinking about Ethereum with the proof of stake, and maybe ERGo will pop again? We'll kind of have to see. Well, guys, thank you guys very much for joining me today. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead down below and click that subscribe button. I'd love for you to join the Hobbyist Miner community. And finally, don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you really did like it. All right, guys, take care.